Ooh, ooh.
Vlog time!
Well, you're gonna have to look inside to see. Are you excited? But be careful.
Good afternoon, Kavibal, and welcome to our preschool webinar series. For today's discussion, our topic would be on the importance of socio-emotional well-being during early years. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. Make sure you are registered to the webinar to have your e-certificate of participation. Visit certificate.vibalgroup.com to generate your proof of attendance. Place your questions on the comment box allotted during the session, and they will be addressed by our speaker later on. Share the video using hashtag LearnAs1PH as our official hashtag to our Vibal webinars. Experience learning, Kavibal. And now, to proceed with our session this afternoon, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our distinguished speaker. She is a fellow of the ILEP Fulbright programs and currently affiliated with the Colegio San Agustin Bacolod, functioning as the principal of the Basic Education Department. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our speaker for this afternoon, Miss Donna Banatikla.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good, no, perfect words that make your writing sharp, or explicit, or excellent, or distinctive. As a matter of fact, for what it's worth, Grammarly.
Thank you, Miss Kia. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay. Naririnig na po ba ako? Good afternoon, teachers. How are you? I'm happy to be back here at Vibal for another meaningful session, not only for parents, but not only for teachers, but at the same time to our parents. Kamusta po ang ating situation sa ating mga bahay-bahay? Kamusta po ang ating mga inset na nangyayari ngayon sa ating eskwelahan? I hope that we are doing well and our preparations at the same time. I know ang dami-daming teachers ngayon na nasa bahay na gumagawa rin ng mga different modules and everything, and also taking time also to be with their families. So this afternoon, I am going to walk you through the importance of socio-emotional well-being during the early years. Okay. And of course, like you po, I'm also a mommy and a teacher and functioning also as the principal of our school. So I know how it feels to work from home and how to juggle time between work and family time. Okay? But of course, I'd like to greet our friends from Matatalahib National High School. Nawawala ako. Okay. Sige. Matatalahib National High School sa Tarlac, and our friends coming from different schools, public and private schools. Okay? Sige. Now, according to Dalai Lama, it is vital that when educating our children's brains, we do not neglect to educate their hearts. Education is not only educating the minds, but as well as formation po of our hearts. Okay. Now, teka po ha. I know na naaalala natin ang batang ito sa isang mga commercial. Bulilit, bulilit, sanay sa masikip. Di ba? At ang commercial din na pag 3 pataas, mag-Bonakid Preschool, 3 plus. Di ba? At ang Nido, ang anak ni Ding Dong Dantes. At ang another commercial pa, yung Asim Kilig. Kung makikita natin, ito ay mga different phases ng ating mga kabataan. Di ba? Ang mga bata sa atin, lalo-lalo na sa Pilipinas, we've got so many opportunities for them to play. And preschool is really very, very important sa milestones ng mga bata. Very, very important po. Di ba? And sa ating mga teachers all the more, lalong-lalo na tayong mga preschool teachers. I think ang pinakamasayang classroom ay ang classroom ng mga preschool. I've experienced po working with preschool teachers and preschool children. So I know how it feels inside the classroom. And all the more, the challenge right now is to work from home and seeing our children virtually. Hi po sa aming mga preschool teachers, Teacher Sela, Teacher Jane, Teacher Risa, Teacher Mai. Okay.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter connections,
this is a very beautiful preschool song, Remember Me While I Was Small. I hope that alam natin po ang kantang ito, di ba? When you find my little fingertips all over your bedroom wall, when you want to yell a bit, something ganon. Well, I know it's hard to believe that once you were a kid like me, and someday I'm gonna grow up. So remember me when I was small. This is a very special song for me. Kasi I always remember my child. I want to remember her while she is small. I've got a 4-year-old kid, si Nina. I hope nakita niyo po siya sa first po namin na session last March with Bebal. Napakabilis lumaki ng mga bata. So parang ganito siya 1 month later, after a few years, ang laki-laki na. Let us remember the kids while they are small. In preschool, ang dami-dami nating natututunan as teacher. 'Di ba? Alam natin, kilala natin si Dora. Kilala natin si Sophia the First. Kilala natin itong Butterbeans Cafe. It's very, very special for me because lahat yata ng mga episode ng mga palabas na ito ay nakita ko na at napanood ko yung mga episode ni Dora, ni Sophia the First, having a preschool kid. And may mga natututunan din ako kahit na ito ay mga palabas lamang sa TV. And of course, sa isang preschool. Okay, now, preschool means happiness for me. Kasi the kid is learning so many things in preschool. More than the academics, mas natututunan ng mga bata ang ibang skills. Okay? Kaya, di ba, tayo, marami tayong ginagamit sa school para maging ma-activate ang mga skills na ito. Nakapanood na ba kayo ng Chuchu TV? Napanood nyo na ba yung isa pa? Teka. Eto, si Peppa Pig. Kilala ko si Peppa Pig. I know, kilala niyo si Peppa Pig. Disney Channel, and even ang Nickelodeon. Ang mga palabas na ito, pambata siya, pero may mga skills relating to the social and emotional ng mga bata. Pakanta-kanta lang, pasayaw-sayaw, at yung mga episodes, for me, ay may nagpupulot ang mga bata. And of course, we need also to process it with our kids. Preschool is a time for creativity loading. Maraming mga nagaganap sa preschool. And yung ating mga bata are given enough opportunity while they are in school. And even today, naglo-load ang creativity ng mga bata sa bahay with the assistance of our parents. With the new normal, we should establish collaboration between school, parents, and teachers. Let us always remember, teachers and parents, children's emotional well-being during their early years has a powerful effect on their social relationship. Ako, naniniwala talaga ako dito. Diba? Let us look back. Yung ating mga karanasan while we were young kids. Diba? Yung ating bang mga pinagdaanan nung tayo'y maliliit pa. Can you still recall? Because I can still vividly remember those activities na ginagawa ko nung bata pa ako. And that experience of mine contributed sa akin as a person right now. Our well-being nung tayo'y mga bata pa ay mag-e-effect talaga sa atin, especially with our social relationship. Kaya for me as a mother, I always looked into ano ba ang nangyayari sa anak ko. As a teacher, I get to see also my experience as a parent. Iba talaga pag ikaw teacher, and then may anak ka rin kasi nakikita mo how these theories are put into practice. So let's look back. Ano ba yung mga nangyayari sa atin noong tayo'y mga bata pa, and how did it affect us as individuals that we are right now? Okay? Sige. Children who are emotionally healthy are better able to establish and maintain positive relationship with adults and peers. That's according to Travis Smith in 2014. Naniniwala ba kayo dito that children are emotionally healthy, are better able to establish and maintain positive relationship with adults and peers? I always believe that children, kailangan they should start with ang kanilang early years talaga, that they are emotionally healthy. Okay? And that kailangan magkaroon ng positive relationship ang community in bringing up sa pagpapalaki ng bata. Ang aking camera po ay napuputol-putol. I don't know what's wrong with this, but I will go on pa rin po. Sige.
You wanna see what happens in a bag of nips?
Eto. This shows, nung ako ay maliit pa, ay talagang nakapulutan ko ng aral. Batibot, pagmulat ng mata, di ba? Sa batibot tayo ng tuklasin. Sa batibot, ang tuwa Ang saya, ang dami-daming mga values na binibigay ang show na Batibot. Naabutan ko yan. Ang Once Upon a Time kapag Sunday, naabutan ko rin. Ang saya ng mga palabas at may mga magagandang values na nakukuha ng bata and even correcting na mga bagay na dapat sa bata ay matutunan at an early age. Si Sedi, si Sarah ang munting prinsesa din. These shows, palabas siya sa TV, pero nakakontribute din sa values formation. Ang mga laro noong 1980s, 1970s, 1990s, naabutan niyo na ba ito, teachers? Ito, yung lata, even yung sa mga kahoy, di ba? Palaro-laro. At yung mga iba't ibang palabas sa TV. It's very important to look into how this shows, how these activities contributed to our being right now. Kasi what we are right now is a product ng ating mga karanasan, ng ating mga experience, nang tayo ay mga maliliit pa. So let's look into the social and emotional developmental milestone ng mga bata. What's in the box? Ano ba ang meron sa mga bata? And I know these things are no longer new to you. Diba? Kung tayo ay teacher, maraming mga theories ang ating pinag-aralan sa ating undergrad, sa ating education courses for us to understand kids better. Now, let's look into Erik Erikson's stages of psychosocial development. I'll zero in sa stage 1, 2, and 3 as the formation years. Diba? From womb hanggang ang bata ay makarating ng 1.5 years old, nade-develop na nung bata yung basic virtue of hope. Nagkakaroon tayo ng trust versus mistrust. Sino ba ang ating hinuhugutan? Sino ba yung ating pinagkakatiwalaan as an infant? It's more of the feeling. And yung bata ay nagho-hope. Kaya ang focus at that stage is the mother. Very important ang kalinga ng nanay sa period na yan. Diba? And yung next period ni Erik Erikson stage ay ang autonomy versus shame. Dito ang focus naman natin ay ang mga parents. Ano ang ginagawa ng mga parents? At nade-develop sa mga bata ang basic virtue ng will. At stage 3, at the age of 3 to 5 years old, ang focus dito naman natin ay ang contribution ng ating family. And ang naiisip ng mga bata, the basic virtue na nalearn sa ganitong stage ay ang purpose nila. So, I'll go over with 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, but I'll zero in with 1, 2, 3 on my next slide. At the age of 5 to 12, yung focus na ng bata ay ang mga nagaganap sa kanya sa school, sa friends, sa bahay. Ganon din sa 12 and 18. Industry versus inferiority. So, nahanap na yung bata yung competency. At the age of 12 to 8, ang stage naman nun ay ang identity versus role confusion. So, ang basic virtue sa age na yan ay ang fidelity. Sa age 18 to 40, medyo ang hinahanap na natin, basic virtue natin ay ang love. Kaya yung psychosocial natin dito is intimacy versus isolation. At stage 7, between 40 to 65 years old, naghahanap na tayo ng kalinga, care. Kaya yung stage na ito is generativity versus stagnation. And at the age of 65 and up, it's more of an ego integrity versus despair. And our basic virtue is wisdom. But I'll walk you through on the first 3 stage as very important stage in the development of social and emotional development of preschoolers. Now, trust versus mistrust. Will someone come for me? If somebody comes to the rescue, the child feels, oh, this person, I can trust this person. And most of the time, nanay yan. Diba? Kaya kapag may mga babies, usually pag kukunin mo yung baby, titingnan ka pa muna ng baby at titingnan kung face ba ito ng nanay ko, voice ba ito ng nanay ko. Parang pagkalinga ba, parang may haplos ba ng nanay ko ito? Trust. And then if the child feels, parang I feel na hindi ako comfortable, nafe-feel ng bata, na parang stranger ito, then there's mistrust. At that stage, very important, sa developmental stage ng bata, na nafe-feel niya na may mga tao siyang napagkakatiwalaan. Tayo mga Pilipino, we're very, sa culture natin talaga that we really take good care of the kids at that point, at that stage, talagang yung kalinga ng nanay, parang hinahanap-hanap talaga ng bata. And we are really very attached with our kids. I experienced it firsthand. 'Di ba? So, yung bata pag nakikita ka talagang tuwang-tuwa. Even the voice lang ng nanay, talagang yung bata nakaka-feel siya na secured siya. Dito, kahit na smell, parents' voices, kahit sa part na ng feeding, bathing, play, and the eye-to-eye contact matters a lot for the kid at that stage. Kaya nga ang presensya ng nanay, ang pagbibigay kalinga ng nanay is really vital at that moment. May touch din syempre ang tatay, pero iba ang kalinga na inaibibigay talaga ng nanay. Sa second stage ni Erik Erikson naman ay ang autonomy versus shame. The child is developing physically and becoming more mobile and discovering that he or she has many skills and abilities, illustrating the child's growing sense of independence and autonomy. Sa ganitong parte ng kanilang age, parang gusto nila na ma-discover lahat-lahat, which is true. Sa anak ko, I realized that nung mga 1.5 hanggang 3 siya, na parang gusto niya na gawin niya yung mga bagay na nakikita niya, na ginagawa ko. Say for example, kapag naghuhugas ng pinggan, diba? Parang gusto niya rin na gawin yon, and pinibigyan ko rin siya ng opportunity to do it. Because at that point, ay gusto ng bata na maging in touch, na discover niya ang kanyang mga skills at that age. I know for parents who are watching this, alam ko na nakaka-relate kayo dyan. Pero minsan, ang dami nating no sa mga bata. There is a growing sense of independence and autonomy at this stage because they wanted to discover things. They are on the stage of discovery. And, of course, sa isang theory pa, ni Freud's psychodynamic theory, one of the infant's major developmental tasks is gaining the ability to function as a separate individual. In the earliest months naman, the child is totally dependent upon its mother. Kagaya ng sinabi rin ni Erik Erikson, diba? Very dependent sa nanay. Before, later daw, ay nagiging egocentric na yung bata. And na-express niya na ang kanyang sariling needs. So, kung titignan natin, sa first few years ng bata, ang very important na task ay nasa nanay talaga. The child is really very dependent sa kalinga ng kanyang nanay. Kay Skinner's behavioral theory naman, meron tayong operant conditioning, diba? A process of growing child experiences in terms of operands or responses which serve to influence future actions. Merong strong parental approval immediately following some desirable behavior. So meron tayong tinatawag na mga binibigay sa kanila na mga binibigay na pag ginawa ng bata ito, may binibigay tayo kaagad. Diba? May mga reinforcement tayo sa mga behavior ng mga bata. Diba? Pag, ang galing-galing mo, I'll buy you lollipop. Diba? Meron tayong binibigay for them to to deliver, and then we give something in return. And that reinforms at some point behavior ng mga bata. Kaya gusto ng mga batang i-repeat yun because may mga magagandang experience sila na naibibigay right after. Skinner's behavioral theory of operant conditioning. Kaya, di ba, pag ganito, 2 years old or 3 years, kumanta ka. If you will sing, I am going to give you a lollipop. So yung bata, kakanta-kanta ka agad. Kasi may nilulook forward yung bata that something will be given right after delivering this. Napansin ko talaga sa anak ko, no, those theories talaga, pag may anak ka, you will discover that it's really true. Social learning theory, you're taking in this theory, you're taking more interactive view of social and emotional development of Bandura's social learning theory. Ang ating behavior ay nai-influence by observing others. Diba? Both parents and peers. Kapag tayo ay nagbe-behave ng ganito, ay nakukuha rin yan ng mga bata na imitate nila. And it's really true. Lalo-lalo na tayong mga preschoolers. Kapag tayo ay kumakanta sa loob ng classroom, na-imitate tayo ng mga bata. Kaya napapansin ko, halos lahat yata ng mga preschool teachers are very good when it comes to singing, dancing. 'Di ba? Yung mga skills na ganyan, kasi kinokopya tayo ng mga bata. They imitate also our behavior, especially yung mga bagay na magaganda. Kaya as a parent, it's very important for us to be very, very sensitive also sa ating mga galaw sa loob ng bahay. Even on those words na ginagamit natin, even sa mga facial expression na meron tayo. Kasi yung mga bata ay kumukuha ng cues sa atin. With Bandura's social learning theory, na ang mga bata are great imitators. Kapag ang mga bata right now are learning from home, it's very, very important for us parents also to showcase, to deliver, and ipakita sa mga bata yung mga bagay na kailangan nilang kopyahin. Hindi pwedeng sabihin natin, just follow what I say but don't follow what I do. Hindi yan. Diba? Because kids are great imitators. Whatever anong nakikita nila, para sa kanila ay tama. Diba? Kagaya na alala ko nung 1980s ay merong advertisement sa Nescafe. Ano man ang nakikitang ng bata, kahit mali pa yan, ay nagiging tama sa mata ng bata. Another theory involving social and emotional development is Vygotsky's social constructivism. Ini-emphasize dito yung mga other social factors. We are learning from social interaction. Diba? Especially yung mga bata, nagle-learn sila when they interact with other peers, when they interact with other people, when they interact with family members. Especially yung mga matatanda, adults and other children who provide them with essential support and with the right cultural environment. Kaya kapag sa akin with this social constructivism, it's very important to surround kids with the right community, with the right environment too. As I mentioned earlier, we are a product of our community. We are a product of our society. We are a product of our family. A child will always be an extension of his or her family. If you are in a classroom, those kids, hindi lang sila bata per se. Sila ay mga anak ng kanilang nanay at tatay. They represent their parents, their mother, their father, even for significant adults sa kanilang paligid. Kaya always, for kids, for parents staying at home, for teachers now at home, always provide support and with the right environment for kids. Okay? Sige. That's Vygotsky's social constructivism. Pasensya, yung video ko ay namamatay every now and then. I'm trying to fix it. Okay. Now, for preschool, may mga different age tayo, 'di ba? Especially when they are starting to enter nursery. When they start to enter nursery. That's my daughter, Nina. At the age of 3, 'di ba yung entry natin? That's the time na nag-birthday siya nung hindi pa nag-lockdown dito sa Bacolod City. And those are her friends, Bree, and other kids. Medyo maliit ang picture, hindi ko medyo nakita. That's the circle of friends of Nina. At age 3, parents and teachers. Sa ganitong stage, kids copy adults and friends. They copy nanay, tatay, kapatid, tito, tita, lolo, lola, and teachers. They show affection for friends without even prompting. Diba? They love hugging. Kaya nga naalala ko yung yung sa trolls. It's hug time! The age 3, it's but normal that kids are affectionate. They show affection for friends even without prompting. And they take turns in games. Kailangan at this time ay nalelearn din ng bata mag-take turns. Okay? They show concern for crying friends. I'll just turn off na lang po yung video ko kasi napuputol po. Maybe it's with my connection. Pasensya po. Show concern for a crying friend. Kapag may umiiyak, yung mga bata, no, ay, teacher, umiiyak siya. Then nagko-comfort din yung mga bata. But that's normal at the age of 3. Nagagawa na rin ng mga bata to address and undress self. Alam niya na yung t-shirt, magboto ng kanyang damit, and even maglagay ng kanyang short. At na-understand niya na rin yung idea ng mine and his or hers. Yung mga stage na ito, kapag ikaw ay teacher, di ba, na nakikita mo and na-experience mo, talagang ginagawa talaga ito ng mga nursery. That's why meron silang, that's mine. It's mine, teacher. That's my bag. That's my lunchbox, teacher. Because they already understand the concept of a property. And at age 3, nakikita natin na nakakapalabas na yung bata ng range of emotion. Siya ba ay happy? Siya ba ay sad? Siya ba ay upset? By the way, I don't use the word angry for kids kasi iba yung implication pag ginamit mo yung word na angry and yung word naman na upset. So instead of using upset, I use the word, instead of using the word angry, I use the word upset. And yung bata at the age of 3, nasa-separate niya na rin yung kanyang sarili easily from other family members. But at some point, may get upset with major changes in routine. Kids at this stage ay kailangan nila ng routine. Kaya sa preschool, may mga circle time tayo, di ba? And meron tayong after that, we say, clean up, everybody clean up, every boys and girls. Clean up, everybody clean up. Because yung routine, ay kailangan nating i-establish sa mga bata for them to understand na eto, nag-shift na tayo from one activity to another. Kaya kapag may mga major change tayo ng routine, especially kapag may mga activity, may ibang mga bata na they find it, especially pag nalilate sila sa mga activity, may mga bata na nafe-feel upset. May mga bata na kailangan nandoon na before mag-start ang program kasi iba yung kanilang conditioning din. So ibang bata hindi pa ready for a big crowd. So pag may mga major changes sa routine nila from the classroom to a gym, pwede silang ma-upset, 'di ba? Because there's something going on with their social and emotional stage at that time. Okay? So kapag yung bata umiiyak dahil ayaw niyang pumunta ng stage sa first time niya na mag-practice, don't be upset. Kasi ang mga major changes, normal lang na feel yung mga bata na anxious. Okay? Age 4. At age 4 yung mga bata, they enjoy doing new things. They explore. That's me and my daughter Nina. They enjoy doing new things. And they are more and more creative with make-believe play. Dito, na-observe ko sa anak ko, kapag may ginagawa siya, gumagawa siya ng bahay-bahay, ng mga karton. And then lahat yata ng mga blanket namin na ilagay niya na. Lahat ng mga toys niya, ginagawa niyang para mga members of the family. Because they have this make-believe play. Nagme-make-believe sila. And they would rather play with other children than alone. Gusto nila ng may kalaro. And it's really a very big challenge for me. Kasi isa lang si Nina. And dahil wala siyang kalaro, so I have no other option but to be a playmate to my child. Diba? At this stage, on this age, kailangan ng mga bata ang kalaro. Which is why na ilalagay natin sa preschool ang ating mga anak to play with other kids. Ngayon, with the virtual online classes, pwede rin silang makipag-usap virtually, di ba? Pero if you have time, if you have neighbors na pwede rin makipag-usap sa kabila or makipaglaro, if pwede na sa area nyo, or may mga cousin siya, let them play. And because at this age, nade-develop nila ang skill how to cooperate with other kids. It's but expected. They will learn it if they are given opportunity. At age 4, they play mom or dad. Diba? Kaya may mga bahay-bahayan sila. And sasabihin, I am now the mommy. At yung mga damit ni mommy, sinusuot niya. Yung damit ni daddy, sinusuot niya rin. They play mom or dad. And then meron pang mga kitchen, di ba? Kasi ini-imitate nila ano yung bahay-bahay. Kaya sa bahay meron akong maliit na kitchen, may bahay-bahay din si Nina para makita niya na ito yung simulation ng bahay-bahay. 'Di ba? They often can't tell what's real and what's make-believe at this age. So, at this age, pwede pang maano yung bata. Eto medyo nako-confuse pa sila. Is this real? Is this make-believe? So, it's for us parents to guide also kids sa stage na ito. Eto totoo na ito eto real. Kaya be very careful. Kapag nanonood yung mga bata, especially na mga cartoons sa Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Disney Junior, may mga ginagawa doon na hindi pwedeng gawin ng mga bata. Like, di ba, si Peppa Pig, sabi ni Peppa Pig, jumping up and down in muddy puddle. So minsan, akala ng mga bata, okay lang niya pumunta ka sa labas, maglagay ka ng marami at magtitimpa-sapisaw ka talaga. So sometimes sabi ko, anak, ang ginagawa ni Peppa Pig doon, yung yung muddy puddle niya, no, it's only for Peppa Pig there. But in your case, wala tayong muddy puddle na maibibigay sa'yo. So pag may water doon na maliit, magsastamp siya ng kanyang feet. Or sometimes, yung si Nancy Fancy Clancy na yung ginagawa niya, although, syempre possible naman talaga, yung stair na sumasakay siya mula sa itaas hanggang baba, na hindi, pagdating doon, nagja-jump siya. Of course, in real sense, hindi pwedeng kopyahin din ng bata kasi baka mabali. Diba? So, let's also guide our parents when they are watching. Baka kasi may mga hindi pwedeng kopyahin din. So let's guide our kids. At the age of exploration, kailangang ma-develop din sa kanila what's real and what's make-believe. And talks about what he or she likes and is interested in. At the age of 4, nagbababble yung bata. Alam niya na kung ano yung gusto niya. And alam niya na kung ano yung mga interest niya. Kaya sa pagbibihis, they get to choose ano yung dapat na damit na gagamitin nila. They get to choose ano yung sapatos na gusto nilang gamitin, 'di ba? Kasi alam na nila kung ano yung gusto nila at ang hindi nila gusto. Even for channels at even yung pinapanood nila. Gusto nila kung ano ang gusto nila. So sometimes sa parents, hindi natin naiintindihan. But we didn't realize that at this stage, yung mga bata ay exploration stage. They need to explore. And we as parents and as teachers should guide them, walk through with them on their choices. Okay? So, at age 5, they want to please friends. Gusto nila na ipiplease ang kanilang mga friends, yung kanilang mga kaklase, yung kanilang mga playmates. And they wants to be like friends. That's why they imitate the behavior of other kids. That's why in school it's very important also to notice ano yung mga behavior ng batang ito. Kasi yung isa, napapansin nyo, pag umiiyak ang isang bata, iiyak din ng isang bata. They imitate their friends. Kaya it's very important also to regulate. If you are a parent, and walang playmate yung mga bata, madali kang na-imitate ng anak mo. Even yung mga nambibewang ka, na-imitate ka ng bata. I experienced it firsthand. Kasi at one time when I'm delivering webinars in different areas and opportunities then, I am telling my kid, oh, you just stay there in your room, you read your book, and then you can watch TV, you can get your snacks. At one point, guilty rin ako na-imitate ako ng anak ko. Sabi niya, Mommy, you just stay there You just stay there, you can get food. You can get your snacks, you read your book, or you can watch TV. Yun ang nakikita niya kasi ako lang yung nakikita niya sa bahay o yung tatay niya. They imitate their friends. That's why kapag may bago, may magandang laruan, yung iba gusto rin nila, meron din sila. Because they wanted to be like their friends. Kaya nga dito, yung may mga circle of friends na yung mga anak nila, parang nagkokopyahan sila ng mga gusto rin. Diba? And more likely, at the age of 5, they are more likely to agree with rules. They are more likely to agree with rules. Kaya nga, it's very important to have rules at home and may rules din sa classroom, diba? Sa aming school, sa preschool or sa grade school, meron kami class rules. Rule number 1, follow direction. Rule number 2, raise your hand if you want to speak. Rule number 3, raise your hand if you want to go to CR. Raise your hand when you want to go to CR. And rule number 4, respect each other. Rule number 5, make your teacher happy. Ganon. Most likely, they will agree with rules. Kaya nga, mas madaling magbigay ng routine sa bata. Example, saan gumagamit kami ng power strategy. Example, attention. Attention. Gumaganon kaagad yung mga bata because it's very easy for them to follow rules. Pag sinabi ni teacher, raise your hand if you want to speak. And then nag-raise talaga ng hand yung bata. Pag may routines, pag may mga set ng rules tayo, especially sa bahay din, right now, as a teacher and as a parent, kailangan may mga ground rules tayo because most likely, they are going to follow. Diba, teacher? And the kids need certain, direction. Kasi pag ang bata lumaki na walang boundaries and rules, they develop a sense of, okay lang yan pag ganito. So let us agree with rules as well. Ano ba yung agreement niyo sa bahay? For example, ano ba yung mga bagay that husband and wife, mommy and daddy should agree para parehas kayo ng interpretation and pag-relate sa bata? Pag sinabi ni tatay na hindi, dapat yung nanay should make the child understand bakit hindi. Hindi yung gusto ni tatay, hindi naman gusto ni nanay. You should agree with rules. Okay? And at age 5, most likely the child wants to sing, to dance, and to act. Gustong-gusto niyang sumayaw, gustong-gusto niyang kumanta. Preschool, alam ko, ang dami-dami nating skills as preschool teachers. Magaling tayong kumanta. Diba? Oh, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind the tree. These little children are asking you. Pakanta-kanta tayo, it's sing and dance, and even acting. And it's very important also when we are giving circle time and even we are having a time for storytelling, our facial expression matters also. Kasi nai-interpret ng bata din. And nakukuha nila, na-imitate. And so, nalalearn din nila yung skill. Siguro, growing up sa aking preschool, my teacher, Mrs. Guanzon, she's very, very good when it comes to singing. So, we are always starting our class with a song. So, lahat ng mga kanta na nadadala ko sa bahay, nakakanta ko. And even yung mga facial expression, oh, yung mga nangyayari sa butterfly, oh, the butterfly! Yung facial expression ni teacher at yung mga pagpa-flap ng wings, na-aak ng bata, ni-imitate. Kaya I understand na mas mahal minsan ng mga bata yung kanilang mga preschool teachers kaysa sa kanila, no? Mas napapalaw nila yung mga preschool teacher than their parents because they relate. At nakikita nila and na-express nila ang mga selves nila. At this stage, kailangan ma-explore ng bata that part of their development. And aware na yung bata sa kanyang gender. Ako, I am a boy, I am a girl. My kid, as I mentioned, 4-year-old, sabi niya, pag may visitor sa bahay, sasabihin niya, Mommy, is he a boy or a girl? He's a boy. Tapos yung mga, na ano niya, yung voice, yung ang manner, nakikita niya, ay, babae ako or lalaki ako. Aware na sila sa kanilang gender at age 5. And at age 5, medyo hindi na natin sila minsan na nauuto because they can tell what's real and what's make believe. Okay? They can tell. Kaya yung mga ginagamit natin should always be realistic. Ang mga example na binibigay natin sa class should also be realistic and applicable because those tender years, yung kanilang sense of curiosity talagang bombastic. Kaya mas maganda ng mga real life example, real life na mga situations ang naibibigay natin sa mga bata. Diba? Shows more independence at this stage. And is sometimes demanding and sometimes cooperative. Nagde-demand na yung mga bata, especially sa mga parents nila. I think it's a very big challenge kapag nagpapalaki ka na bata na siya lang mag-isa. 'Di ba? Solo na anak. Because iba yung attention na ibibigay sa bata na siya lang, and iba yung attention na ibibigay ng mga parent kapag marami siyang anak. So, mag-iiba rin yung socio-emotional na pinagdadaanan ng batang mag-isa lang and yung bata na maraming mga kapatid. Iba't iba yung kanilang mga life experiences. Nade-describe na ng bata ang kanyang feelings at age 5. Pero they are also very sensitive to the feeling of other people, of other kids. That's why sinasabi natin at this stage, nakakapagpakita na ng self-control ang mga bata. They can manage already their feelings. Okay? So, I know, alam na natin ito if we've been working for kids for so long a time. Nakikita na natin at napapansin natin yung mga experience ng mga bata. And para sa atin, oo, alam ko sa mga comments right now na nakikita ko that you can truly relate sa mga experiences as a preschool teacher and also as a parent and as a mother. Okay? Now, there are so many expectations, but expectations about the developmental milestones of the kids are also driven by our cultural values and preferences. For example, dito sa atin, because of our culture, the Filipino culture, tayo ay more of a tender, loving care. We really wanted to give extra love. We really shelter our kids the best that we could. The best na maibibigay natin. But in other cultures, iba rin. Sa other cultures, at age of 3, kailangan alam na ng bata na kumain mag-isa, di ba? Sa atin, sinusubo pa natin. Kaya nga, sometimes yung independence tinatawag, it's very difficult, especially pag nag-shift na yung bata from preschool to grade 1. So, at age 3, kaya na nilang independent learning. independent na skills on how to feed, how to go to CR, how to dress and undress. Let's give them also an opportunity to do that. Ang developmental milestone ng mga bata, iba-iba, and it depends on culture as well. Okay? Sige. Now, as parent and as teachers, so ano ba ang dapat nating gawin with the social and emotional developmental milestones ng ating mga anak? We need to develop this, or their self-management skills. I'm using the picture of my kid. That's Nina, nung 2 years old siya. Self-awareness skills. Their social awareness skills. Diba? Self-management. Kaya ba nila na kumain mag-isa? Kaya ba nila na pumunta ng CR? Kaya ba nilang magwiwi sa CR? Can they manage themselves na sila lang without your extra help? Diba? Self-awareness. Aware ba sila sa paligid nila? Aware ba sila sa mga bagay na ito? Aware ba sila na ito ay real and this one is not? Are they socially aware of what's going on around them? Sa kanilang mga peers, sa kanilang mga playmates. And nabibigyan din natin sila ng responsible decision-making skills. Kahit bata pa. Example, pag may mga bagay na gusto, let them choose. Because that's one way also of training them how to make decisions at an early age. Which one ba ang gusto mo? This one or this one? Eto, ganito. Eto, ganito. So you choose. You give them an opportunity also to decide. Diba? And relationship skills. It's very, very important for kids to develop din how they relate with other people, especially sa kanilang immediate family and immediate circle. Sa aking experience with preschoolers, I think bawat bata, napapansin mo, iba't iba yung relating skills nila. Diba? And we cannot compare the other kid with another kid kasi iba-iba rin yung background ng kanilang community and background din ng kanilang family. Now, as a parent and as a teacher, let's look into this. Children are born with the need and desire to connect with those around them. So always establish positive relationship. I always like this part ng movie, diba? Si Coco. Si Mommy Coco, yung kanyang lola nung maliit pa siya, 'di ba? May mga kanta siya and mula nung maliit siya hanggang siya ay tumanda na, nare-remember niya pa rin. Remember me. Though na 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 remember me. Hindi ko na kasi masaulo yung lyrics But kids should have positive relationship. Should establish positive relationship around him or her. Especially with their social interaction with other people. Aware siya sa kanyang mga emotions and nagkakaroon siya dapat ng skill to regulate self. Diba? Kaya nga sabi ko kanina, kailangan may mga routines, kailangan may mga boundaries ang mga bata for them to say, hanggang dito lang yan. The ability to regulate oneself. Okay? Now, do not do everything for the child. A delicate balance is required from a parent. Huwag mong gawin lahat para sa bata. Kailangan you need to strike a balance din. Hindi pwedeng ibigay lahat. Otherwise, you will not give the child an opportunity to explore. I understand tayo mga 1980s and 1990s. Wala tayo ng luxury na meron yung mga anak ngayon. So we wanted to give them everything. But at some point, we are not helping also the child develop a skill. So let's strike a balance sa atin as a parent and as our responsibility for our kids. The aim has to be self-control without a loss of self-esteem. Kasi kawawa naman yung mga bata later, hindi nila alam ang ganito. I remember, nung 3 years old ako, yung nanay ko, malayo yung eskwelahan ng nursery, sa tender touch ako, nag-preschool, hanggang zon. So, alam ko na yung nanay ko andyan lang. And I could still vividly remember that I'm always crying. at umaakyat ako sa jealousy ng bintana. And, you know, hinayaan ako ng nanay ko. Hinayaan niya ako na umiyak. Kasi sabi niya, matitigil din naman yan sa kakaiyak. 'Di ba? Kailangan matuto ang bata to control yung sarili niya at ma-learn niya rin ma-regulate ang kanyang emotions. 'Di ba? Kaya yung movie na Inside Out, nakita ko doon sa movie, yung bata maraming emotions na nasa kanya. Pero yung nanay naman, binigyan rin siya ng opportunity rin, 'di ba? Binigyan rin siya ng space to process yung kanyang mga feelings. Self-control without loss of self-esteem. Kasi pride din yan ng bata later. Di ba? Naalala nyo, nung 4 years old ako, alam ko na magsaing. Alam ko na yung magsaing because tinuruan ako ng nanay ko na magsaing. 5 kami. Hi, mama. 5 kaming magkakapatid. So ako yung second. So kailangan ko ring matutunan how to do it para maging help din ako ng nanay ko. It's really our responsibility as parents and as teachers to develop a sense of independence sa mga bata. Let's strike a balance. Okay? Sige. Now, dito. Another movie. I like this movie. Up. Nakaka-relate ba kayo sa movie na ito? Listen and pay attention to your child. Si Russell. Kilala ko ito si Russell. Hi, I'm Russell. Diba? Listen and pay attention to your child. Especially pag preschool. I'm really a fan of Ellie kasi very adventurous siya. Adventure is out there! Diba? Pag ganun-ganun siya. And then, siguro ang parents ni Ellie ay binibigyan talaga siya ng opportunity to explore. Eto naman, yung batang ito si Russell, parang hindi siya binibigyan ng nanay niya talaga ng enough time din. Kasi parang naka-find siya ng assurance sa isang activity sa kanyang pagsali sa scouting. As a parent, it's very important to listen and pay attention talaga sa ating mga anak. Diba? When they wanted to say something, please give an ear to listen. Hindi pwedeng, shut up your mouth. Hindi ganon. So maybe we have the responsibility to say, okay, you must learn how to take turns. And there is always a time for you. There's always a time for you to have your own moment. When somebody is talking, you need to listen. That's the same skill that we adults should also model. When the child is talking, we listen. And when we talk, let's teach our kids to listen as well. Okay? Sige. Kayo may mga tumanda na hindi marunong makinig. Kasi siguro nung maliit pa, hindi rin natutunan paano makinig at mapakinggan. So it's high time. Let's teach our kids how to listen. And as parents and as teachers, if there are things that you are seeing with the kids, talk about it. Encourage to name the feeling. If siya ay upset, let's encourage. Oh, what are you feeling right now? Diba? May mga bata nagtatantrums. Pero let's process it. Oh, bakit ka ba upset? Bakit ka nagtatantrums? Let them talk about it. Encourage to name the feeling. And have a clear rules of expected behavior. What do you expect? Diba kaya sa preschool sinasabi natin, kids, attention! Attention! We are going outside. So please, what are the things that we need to remember? Number 1, do not say, do not break. Kasi that is a negative word. Say, always, diba, put the hands here at the back and follow your classmate. As much as possible, do not say the word do not. Diba? Let's use another word so that hindi makapag-stick yan sa bata na ganon. Have a clear rules of expected behavior. We are going to the museum, say for example. And kapag ikaw ay nanay, we are going to the mall. Set an expected behavior. We are going to buy something. We are going to buy 1 toy only. Isa lang. Ulitin. Ilang toys? 1. 1 lang talaga. So, para yung bata, may mga expected behavior ka right after. And always praise your child. 'Diba? Hindi man magaling ang ibang bata, hindi magaling sa academics, pero baka magaling siya in other areas, especially with expected behavior. Always praise your child. 'Diba? Tayong mga adults, gusto rin natin na namomotivate tayo. And we are being praised, 'diba? Nag-a-add yan sa ating feeling that we are, 'diba? Ay, pinagkakatiwalaan tayo. And, of course, play and friendship. Build skills that help his or her to build friendships. Bigyan ng opportunity ang mga bata to gain friends. Kung wala man, di ba, kapag lalo na ngayon, ECQ, GCQ man yan, hindi nakakalabas yung mga bata. But you as a parent can play as a friend. Di ba? You are a mother, a father, but you're also a friend of your kid. So, skills like sharing, taking turns, cooperating, and listening should be discovered and developed sa kids. And even managing disagreement. Kapag may nag-aaway na mga bata sa classroom, kapag nag-aaway ang mga cousins, especially preschool na mga age, let's process also, watch them. Paano ba nila nare-resolve ito? 'Di ba? Kasi yung mga away bata, nare-resolve din nila yan kapag binigyan sila ng opportunity. Mag-iiba ang takbo if tayong mga parents ay sumasali. Kaya yung minsan kapag may mga bata na nag-aaway, let's also listen to them. And let's give them an opportunity to resolve their own conflicts. Diba? Kaya nga may nanay, pag marami kayong mga magkakapatid, yung nanay nyo pag nag-aaway, di ba hinahayaan muna kayo? I experienced that. Hi, mama and papa. Kapag nag-aaway kaming magkakapatid, si mama at si papa tumitingin lang. And then later, kapag hindi na talaga doon papasok. And then you process. How do you manage this agreement? Not to the point na may pinapanigan ka. Let them hear, yung mga bata, to hear both side of the story and let them discover sino ba ang kailangang mag-say ng sorry. At yung isa, I know, pag preschool, pag sinabing sorry ng isa, sasabihin ng isang bata, sorry, and then mag-hug sila. Diba? Play and friendships should be developed sa tender years. Kasi madadala ng mga bata paglaki. If they don't know how to resolve conflicts at a younger age, most likely, mahihirapan din sila to develop, resolve conflicts also kapag sila ay may edad na. Okay? Agree po ba tayo mga teachers? And of course, social skills. Get them a chance to play with others. Bigyan ng opportunity to play. As I've been mentioning it several times. Tayo, we can serve as playmates. Talking and listening are important skills. Ang mga bata, kailangan nilang matuto how to listen and how to take turns. Family meals can be a great time to role model skills. Diba? It's so sad that sa ating kabisihan din sometimes, diba, wala na tayong opportunity to sit down and eat together with our kids. But we are missing a very good opportunity because family mealtime is an opportunity to discuss and talk about, how's your day going? Kamusta ka? Kamusta yung nangyari? We should always talk it out for the kids to develop a sense of, I trust my mommy, I trust my daddy, that whatever I say here, they will listen. We are developing kids who gives us all, diba? They are more comfortable. We don't want kids na being secretive sa atin, nagtatago ng sikreto because when they were young, we were not able to develop that skill. And it's very sad. No, with my experience working with kids and also especially sa mga high school, it's sad kasi lahat halos ng yung may mga problem ng mga bata, yung root cause talaga, yung hindi man root cause, no, yung may mga one thing is common it's the presence of that parent talking with their kids. Hindi alam ng parent ang nangyayari sa kanilang mga anak because they didn't give them the opportunity na makipag-usap and to say what they feel. Parents, no, I hope that we still, with this ECQ, GCQ, with the coronavirus thing, we now have more opportunity to convert our family mealtime to talk about our day. Diba? Sabi nga ng Lucky Me, kainang pamilya, mahalaga. Alright? Sige. And of course, showing warmth and affection consistently. magpakita tayo ng ating pagmamahal, ng ating affection, consistent. Hindi yung ngayon lang, mamaya hindi na naman, or bukas mag-iiba ako. Smile when you are greeting children. Always smile. Kaya mga preschool teachers are always happy. Teacher Sala, good morning, kids. How are you today? When you are doing online thing, it's also very important to greet. I say, good morning, how are you? Good morning, friends, good morning. Good morning, friends, good morning. Diba? Smile when greeting children. And it's more authentic kapag yung teacher natatranslate ni teacher sa mata. Iba yung experience. Kasi sa mata nakikita ang sincerity, di ba? Smile when greeting children. Preschool teachers are really very good on this. And appropriate tone of voice. Kailangan ng ating voice ay appropriate sa kids. Ang mga preschool, nakakakuha sila ng cue at yung sa tone of our voice. 'Di ba? A pat on the back, a handshake, hugs din, ganun din, 'di ba? Ang ating tone of voice ba, malakas ba or hindi? Oh. Children, si teacher, galit na yan. But always remember, sa preschool, hindi kailangan na tumaas ang boses. At the first week ng ating classes, kailangan ang voice natin, nakikita ng mga bata, eto, hindi na gusto yan ni teacher. Kids, pag gumano na si teacher, alam na ng bata, kailangan niyang gumanito na. Pat on the back, a handshake, hugs, and even brief tickles. Kailangan natin na kapag ang bata upset, a pat on the back matters. Or even sinishake natin, sila handshake and even hugs. Kapag upset ang bata at si teacher na ganyan, a simple hug, di ba? Ano ba? And you hug, naa-at-peace yung bata, meaning, si teacher, I trust teacher. Kaya naa-at-peace siya, nagto-tone down siya. Di ba? And even yung mga pakiliti-kiliti tayo, I like it. Kasi yung mga bata, teacher. Brief tickles. Kasi, I really like teacher. Eye level, kapag tayo kumakausap, diba, umuupo talaga tayo. Hindi yung pwedeng nakatayo tayo at ginagano natin yung bata. Eye level when we are talking. As a parent, when we talk to kids, kailangan maupo muna tayo and mata sa mata. Okay? And always make loving comments. Oh, I love your smile today, Donna. Oh, you're absent yesterday. I miss you. And even simple chit-chat with kids, it matters a lot. Preschool yan eh. Ang kanilang emotion, pinaprocess pa nila. They are getting cues from the people around them, especially sa ating mga mommies sa bahay. Okay ba tayo dyan? Nakaka-relate ba tayo? And of course, always remember that our preschoolers are kids who need all the hugs, the warmth, and the feeling that you love them and you care for them. Preschool age is the age of make or break. Kaya nga, ang all other emotions ng mga bata, later, kung papansinin natin, going back, ay ang mga experience nila nung sila ay maliliit pa. The feeling of being loved, security, and the feeling that you are trusted. Okay, parents, okay, teachers. All I really need to know, I learned in kindergarten. Share everything. Diba? So that stage, kailangan na share nila because at that stage, kapag they learn how to share at a younger age, it becomes easy for them to share when they are already mature people or adult people. Play fair. Tinuturuan natin yung mga bata how to play fair na walang nanlalamang sa preschool. Kailangan na process natin yan, ang mga experience of fair play. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that are not yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. It's processing of emotions. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Diba? Flush! When you're going to the toilet, flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Diba? We always say that, especially pag sa gabi, ang milk. Live a balanced life, learn some and think and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. Preschool age should be an opportunity, an age period wherein kids should develop their talents and skills given the opportunity ng school at ngayon ng ating parents working hand in hand with our teachers and developing those skills of kids. Take a nap every afternoon. Are you taking a nap? And when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stay together. That's a skill of following rules. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup, that mango seed? The roots go down and the plants go up, and nobody really knows how or why. But we are all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice and even the little seed in the styrofoam cup, they all die. So do we. And then remember that they can change books. And the first word you learn, the biggest word of all, look. Everything that we are, everything, all those skills that we have right now are all products of our experiences when we were young. Diba? Kaya nga, sabi dito sa kanta, and I really like this, bawat bata sa ating mundo ay may pangalan, may karapatan, tumatanda ngunit bata pa rin ang bawat tao sa ating mundo. Hayaan mong maglaro ang bata sa araw. Kapag umuulan na may nagtatampisaw, mahirap man o may kaya, maputi kayo manggi, at kahit anumang uri ka pa, sa iyong mundo pagbata ka. Diba? Tayong mga bata, yung mga bata, hayaan natin sila, give them all the love, give them all the support, and give all the trust that you can. The skills of the people of tomorrow all depends on the skills that we are instilling sa kids today. Tayo po ay may malaking role to play, especially as parents and as teachers. And with that, I think I am done with my discussion. And if you have any other question, diba? Again, there's simple ways to, diba, to establish or to form a child. And happiness will always be into your kids' brain. Okay, teachers and parents? Oh, sorry. So again, if you have questions, we are going to entertain questions.
Okay po. Hello po, Ma'am Donna. Good afternoon
Pasensya ang
po.
aking video. Umuulan kasi dito sa akin. Nawawala. Malakas ang ulan sa labas. So medyo affected din ang aking signal. But I am going to entertain questions.
Okay po. Hello po, Ma'am Donna. Can you hear me po?
Yes po, yes po.
Opo. So, ma'am, here we have some questions from our viewers. The first question,
Yes.
ma'am, is from Miss Erica Legazpi. What could be the possible implications to a child whose parents are separated or single parent?
You know, that's a very emotional na tanong because right now, ang dami-dami nating cases ng mga bata with absentee parents and separated parents as well. And it really contributes to the formation of the child. I can say, sa mga experience ko working with young kids, especially preschool. But all I can say siguro, if meron tayong enough family support, merong nagbibigay sa bata na support, especially emotional, I think it helps. May mga bata naman na product ng mga separated families, but they turned out to be well because of the loving support given by other members of the family. It will take you, di ba? Magkakaroon ka talaga ng hard time how to process. But ang key there is family support. And kung isa man, kung single parent, always be available for your kids and make him or her feel that kahit kulang man, it's always, di ba, hindi siya kulang as a person because lahat ng love ay naibibigay mo din. Okay? Ano pa? At and later nagsisurface talaga sa attitude din ng bata paglaki. Meron namang ibang bata na separated or single parent, but they turn out to be well. And looking back, nakikita ko, ay, ang galing ng parent. Kasi naibibigay ng parent yung emotional support at napapaintindi sa bata yung situation. And okay naman. Pero meron talaga na walang enough na family support, and that's really a very, very, a very, very sad reality. Okay. Meron pa isang question. Did I answer the question?
Yes po, ma'am. Apo.
Okay.
Next question po, Ma'am Donna. This is from Miss Lani Rose Concepcion. What activities can we give our children to develop their socio-emotional since interaction is limited?
Yeah. I think it's now our duty as parents at home. Maraming socio-emotional interaction na pwede natin gawin sa bahay. We can have role-playing, di ba, na tayo ang playmates. Kids are getting cues from us. Di ba? Syempre, right now, if we say, ay, we are not going out kasi may coronavirus. Yung bata, nafe-feel scared din. Kasi ang cues ay nanggagaling sa atin. But our interaction right now is limited with other kids. But probably, virtual interaction might help. Na nakikita niya ang cousins niya, virtual, may kamustahan na nangyayari, o di kaya yung mga sa neighbor. Baka kung hindi pwedeng mag-interact sa labas, baka pwede sa balcony na mag-usap-usap. Or activities natin, let's give them also activities involving yung mga artwork, di ba? Let's develop also a skill for them to do independent activities, but of course with our support din. The reality is here now. Change is the reality, and our strategy is to collaborate what we can do, especially sa mga activities na binibigay ng school. Let's also help our school. Kapag may binibigay na activity ang school, let's also partner with them. And siguro sa bahay with my experience with my kid, na isa lang. Ang socio-emotional activity that I can give to my kid is to be with my kid, especially when she needed me. May time na may playtime kami talaga, na kami ay maglalaro. No work, let's just play. Ang dami-daming kitchen set na pambata na naglalaro-laro. Gawa-gawa kami ng salad. Yung salad niya ay ang mga biscuits niya. In that way, na-feel ng bata na hindi siya alone. Kahit na wala siyang mga kasamang mga bata, at least nandoon ako, kami ng husband ko to play with her. And of course, to make her understand that the reality na merong hindi pwedeng lumabas kasi may mga viruses sa labas, pero pinapaintindi rin sa kanya na maybe soon ang virus ay mawawala. We just need to help ourselves and to protect ourselves as well. Diba? May interaction kailangan ang bata sa loob ng bahay. Kung wala mang kalaro, tayong mga parents ay pwedeng magbigay ng all-out support. Okay. Nakikita ko, Miss Kia.
Yes po.
Did I answer the question?
Yes po, ma'am. Okay po. So, ma'am, let's move to the next question. So, let's answer, ma'am, the question from Miss Mary Ong. Ayan po. Hi po, ma'am. How to motivate and help a 4-year-old na mahiyain? Gusto ko ma-build confidence niya kasi may mga times po na kumakanta, sumasayaw siya. Pero pag ibang tao, hindi na niya nagagawa yung gusto niya.
Yes, Ma'am Mary. Yes, Ma'am Mary. I can see that sa preschooler. Kasi hindi lahat ng bata, iba-iba yung kanilang coping, 'di ba? May mga bata na ayaw na talaga nilang sumayaw. Ayaw talaga nilang sumayaw. Kahit pilitin mo pa yan sa loob ng classroom, ayaw talaga. Pero pag sa bahay, mas comfortable sila. Which means to say, lumalabas yung other side ng kanyang pagiging bata kapag comfortable siya. Siguro one way na ma-develop yung kanyang pagiging mahiyain is to give them opportunity to talk. To give them opportunity to talk with other kids especially. Baka limited din ang interaction ng bata. So kaya nga pag preschool, pag bumalik tayo sa face-to-face, real talaga na silang choo-choo, di ba nagla-line sila papasok? That alone is an opportunity for them to relate with other kids. Yung pagiging mahiyain, malalearn niya ng bata. Kaya ang preschool is an opportunity to socialize with other kids. Right now, with this pandemic, let's give the opportunity to socialize with you and hayaan din natin siyang ma-explore ang kanyang ibang talents. Do not force kids na, kasi they are still on the process of processing their own emotions. At time talaga, darating sila able to overcome that, given the right opportunities. Ang mga bata mag-bloom sa right time nila. Diba? Sa experience ko, nung 3 years old ako, mahiyain din ako. Ayoko, tapos pag kumakanta-kanta, ayoko rin. Pero later siguro, with the help of the teachers and the help of the parents' motivation, you can do it. Huwag lang natin pilitin ang bata. Otherwise, magkakaroon yan ng negative effect sa bata. Ba't ako pinipilit? Ayoko nga, pag ganun. And let's give them an opportunity to explore. And let them see other kids. Kasi pag nakikita nila na okay pala, they will follow the same. Ang bawat isang bata, iba't iba ang experience. Iba-iba rin yung family background at iba't iba rin yung opportunities. Yung ibang bata na talagang ganito, siguro na-build talaga sa kanya mula nang maliit pa siya, ay may enough opportunities na siguro maraming kasama sa bahay at maraming interaction with other kids. Okay? Sige. Thank you po Did I answer the question?
Okay po, Ma'am Donna?
Hello, Miss Kia.
Yes po, Ma'am. Hello po? Okay
Yes
po.
po.
So for our next question, ma'am, this is from Miss Fabian Kalahate. What if one student is aggressive towards his other classmates and the parent is not willing to help in disciplining the child? What should the teacher do?
Oh. I think common cases yan sa preschool. Common cases. What if one student is aggressive towards his other classmates and the parent is not willing to help in disciplining the child? What should a parent do? You know, bawat parent, may iba-iba tayong parenting style. Tama. Probably ang background ng bata, siya lang mag-isa. Or meron siyang maraming kapatid, iba-iba. If ang parent is not willing to discipline the child, wala po tayong way na tayo ang mag-discipline sa bata, di ba? Dapat it's more of like pag aggressive ang bata, I know ang mga teachers nakikita nila yan, nanonote nila. Tama, teacher. Siguro, you should ask also the parent yung mga observations ng mga bata na need natin makipag-usap it's more kasi some parents are open. Some parents are very close because they need to protect also their kids. My way of disciplining my child is different from the way you discipline your child. May mga parent na hindi sila willing to help, probably hindi nila na-develop ang skill din how to discipline their own child. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, important talaga na may routines ang bata at meron siyang nakalakhan na rules sa bahay because it will be very easy for parents to discipline the child. Structure ang bata of good behavior to imitate, which one is not good to follow and which one is not good to follow. Diba? May mga good at may mga not so good to follow. It's more of the processing. But I think in many cases, may mga batang talagang aggressive. But probably at some point, kapag ito naman ay tuloy-tuloy naman, our way lang is to communicate with parents all of those observations na meron po tayo. Consistent observations. Hindi lang particular na sa isang bata. So, kailangan ma-establish din natin sa parents yung ano yung common, ano yung palaging pinapakita ng bata for us to call parents na mga behaviors na siguro would need help from their end also for us to intervene. What for? Na tayo ay teacher and parent, diba? We need to collaborate to help the child. And if they need help, then we should also communicate, diba? Sige. Thank you, Ma'am Feby.
Okay po, Ma'am Donna. Then for our last question for this afternoon, this is from Miss Chubby Chin GPS. What?
Ganda ng pangalan, Shabichin.
Ayun po, ma'am. So, ma'am, what other reinforcement can be given po sa mga batang feeling isolated because of bullying?
Eto naman, ang bullying kasi parang naging, usapin niya palagi sa lahat ng mga schools, and even for kids. Siguro, ang mga bata, if you feel as a teacher na nabubully na, I think there's consistency. Anong bullying ba ang nakita mo at na-observe mo? At consistent ba ang ginagawa? Kasi baka yung ibang bata, yung minsan kasi pagiging bata, ang bullying kasi 'di ba consistent. Pero kung consistent na talaga and you feel na nabubuli na talaga yung bata, no? As a teacher, may malaki kang role to play. Do not let the child feel na alone siya. As a teacher, that's your sole responsibility. Kasi ikaw yung nakakakita, ikaw yung mas mature, at ikaw ang nakakakita sa whole scenario kung nabubuli ba or hindi ang bata. So as a teacher, do not leave the child na isolated. Kung walang nakikipag-usap at walang pumapansin sa bata, be there for the child. And always, look for opportunities to process. Kung nabubuli ang bata, siguro may mga circle time tayo or may mga stories tayo na pwede nating i-inject for kids to understand. Kasi ang pagkakaintindi ng mga bata sa kanilang tender years, hindi pa ganun kalawak sa mga matatanda na, di ba? So if you feel that the child is isolated and if you feel that the child is being bullied, be there for the child and process the child. Let the child talk. Let the child communicate kung ano ang feelings niya. And then siguro that's the time that you take steps also kung paano ka makaka-help, makakapagtawag sa parents na kailangan na ng inyong help para ma-help ninyong bata. After all, 'di ba, ang mga bata na atin, may responsibility tayo as teachers to take good care of them. 'Di ba? Ang dami-dami nating mga responsibility to play as teachers. And one of which is to take care hindi lamang ng isa kundi ng lahat halos ng mga bata. Okay? Pasensya po, umuulan po at medyo ang signal ay nawawala. Kaya nawawala po ako maya-maya sa camera. Okay. Miss Kia? Hello?
Hello po, ma'am.
Hello?
Okay po, Ma'am Donna, that's all the questions we have for now para po sa ating session this afternoon. Ma'am Donna, before we end this afternoon's learning session, do you have any final reminders to our viewers po?
Yes po.
Hello po, ma'am.
Yes po.
Ayan po. Ma'am Donna, before we end the session, do you have any final reminders po or guidelines for our viewers this afternoon po?
Yeah. So siguro for us to navigate and make our experience as preschool teachers and as parents, siguro this webinar series for this week will be very, very helpful for us as a guide as we embrace the new normal, as we embrace also our roles as teachers and as parents. We are all in this together. Pandemic is giving us an opportunity to be with our kids at home, to learn from home. But let us always seek the help of our teachers. Let's also seek the help of our school in making things successful, in making our learning fun at home. The socio-emotional well-being of the kids are very, very important. As they grow older, babalikan talaga niyan. Tayo as teachers and as parents ay may malaking bahagi sa formation ng mga bata in the future. Let them feel that we love them. Let them feel that we are with them, and let them feel that we are growing together with them. So with that, I think, Miss Kia, that will be my parting words to our viewers. And again, thank you very much, Beba. Thank you very much, Miss Kia, Miss Michelle, and Miss Sarah, for for the opportunity again to relate with our viewers, especially for our teachers on this new normal. So
Okay.
you can email me at Nina Banatikla. Nakikita naman po natin yung email. You can contact me po. I've got my own page also. And of course, thank you to Vibal. That will be all.
Okay po, there we have it. Thank you so much, Ma'am Donna Banatikla, for this very insightful session that you had with us this afternoon. Thank you for sharing your experience and your expertise towards our topic for this afternoon on the socio-emotional well-being of our preschoolers. In behalf of Vibal Group Incorporated, thank you very much po, ma'am. And to all our
You're welcome.
Opo, and to all our Kavibal viewers, thank you so much for being with us. We're already halfway through the week. We'll see you again for the remaining 2 sessions we'll have this week on our preschool webinar series, and we hope to see you to the other webinars we are having also on our Facebook page. Muli po, magandang hapon sa ating lahat at maraming salamat po.
Good afternoon. Bye.